Hello, everyone, and welcome to our podcast, What the is Regulation, where we explore different facets of alternative dispute resolution with guests from all over the world.
Good afternoon. This is going to be the first episode of the Lectorat Multilevel Regulation. We are here today with some guests, and we are going to jump into what the Lectorat does, what are the main projects, what the aim of the Lectorat is, and how students should be basically interested in this topic, why, how regulation affects every one of you, and let's jump into it. So, my name is Carla, and I'm the student leader of the student projects within the Lectorat. This is Bianca. She's going to talk about the career opportunities within the area of ADR. Mimi here is the leader of the podcast. She helped us today as well. Simona is the leader of the website, and Jusara, who is helping us with the podcast as well, but she has other interests in internships and blog posts. So, Mimi, what can you tell us about the podcast series?
So the podcast series, so we will post every 2 weeks. We'll have a new episode, and it will focus. So we invite guests, and we're gonna have a conversation with them in order to see like what is new in the field of regulation, and the future perspectives. Like how does it take over the court system that we know? So we will go into conversation with the guests, and every week we'll have a different topic.
And is this conversation going to be very like formal and diplomatic, or?
No. It will be an informal setting so that it is comfortable for our listeners, that is attractive, and make everyone feel comfortable here.
Okay, because the main audience is the students, right?
Yes. We want to make it approachable for everyone.
Okay. All right. And the aim, I think, is that not only law students should be involved, but everyone, because at the end of the day, who wants to go to court? Yeah, that's our motto. And I think everyone should know like the basic things about law. You face it anyway.
Yes, it will be for students, for professionals, but also for people that have never even heard of regulation, but that are maybe interested in it.
Yeah, because the lectorate itself deals with this kind of thing. What to do when you just don't want to go to court? Because we saw, at least my opinion is that in the past few years, it has been this passing from towards being democratically represented, but nowadays is the question whether those people that are supposed to democratically represent you, are they doing a good job? Can they actually represent you? So then the question is, if you are represented by someone, what if you can represent your interests better? Because like nowadays everyone is like, yeah, I know my rights, I know what I want to do, so if you can do it better, should you do it? Like that's the actual question. And can you do so if you don't have the proper regulation? Yeah, a bit of the lectorat's viewpoints here. Okay, Simona?
Hi, my name is Simona, and I'm in charge of the website for the Multilevel Regulation Lectorat. So the website includes all of the information about the lectorat and also the ongoing student projects. Currently we have the potential mediation moot court, we have the website, we have the podcast, and we have the blog post. So on the website you can see many blog posts from people within the lectorate, the project leaders, but also our helpers, our assistants in the project. You can become introduced to the team, our Hall of Fame that features all of our student or project leaders, and you can get to know them. And also it will include the sign-up page for the mediation moot court, which I'm sure one of you will speak
Yeah.
about after me. These are the current student projects, but there will be many more to come as the website goes on and as the lectorate goes on. And that's it.
And if I may, what was the biggest challenge? Because I know it was a kind of like a struggle for all of us to integrate. Because it sounds so complicated, multi-level,
Yeah.
So, what was the biggest challenge when creating the website and trying to attract students to visiting your website?
As you've mentioned, the biggest challenge would probably be because it's such a complicated topic and not necessarily a well-known and a kind of in really the trending.
Also not straightforward.
Yeah, it's not straightforward. Multi-level regulation, it's such a broad term.
Yeah.
But what the website focuses more is the fact that in the lectorate we try to connect students, professionals, and academics in the discussion of multi-level regulation, but more specifically alternative dispute resolution and such. So the website is centered more around that. That's the theme of the website. Yeah, that was the main challenge. of
Okay,
it.
making it user-friendly.
Yeah, making it student-friendly.
Okay, yeah. Also, I think this is not just student-friendly because there are so many things that we can learn from each other, even as professionals. In the kickoff for the 5th of February, when it was, we also had a lot of teachers, and we all had so much to learn from each other. We all took notes, and because we all have our interpretation of what arbitration is, for example. It was such a learning exercise for everyone. Yeah. Giuseppe, so tell us about your role in the lectorate.
Well, my role is I'm a participant in the podcast. So just as Mimi introduced the podcast, it's a platform where we're going to unravel this whole subject together with guests. And besides that, I also have an interest in, such as Simona mentioned, the blog posts. So the ones that are going to be or have already been posted in the website, and this is about news, things that interest. It could be an interest of ours in this field, and with a little bit of research, maybe you write what are the innovations in this field, or what are the new, news. And yeah, along with that, I think I'm also, as a third-year student, looking for internships and like more my future career and career perspectives, and that's a really, I think, very important part of this lectorate, which will be discussed in a little bit. But we have this section where there's constantly postings of internships in the field, and as a student that is struggling to find, this is a little bit of a push and a help for everyone, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So we have career opportunities posted regularly, along with blog posts on the website,
Yes.
along with a podcast.
Yes.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay, so now moving on to the professional side of things, I think this is the time for Bianca to tell us about your role in the lectorate and your experience in the field of EDR.
So, my name is Bianca, and I am currently the project leader for the mediation moot court of the lectorate, and my mandate was basically focused on setting the base for the organization of this moot court, which is intended to take place next year. But what I love the most is that it intends not only to include law students from the Hague University, but also students from other programs, because alternative dispute resolution can apply to everyone. And also one of the main ideas for the sessions of this competition was to bring together two parties that have a dispute in commercial issues or administrative issues or even family law like divorces and everything, to bring them together and to let them talk not only the legal concerns but also the subject matter concerns and to use a third party to reach a common ground, which for me it's useful not only for future lawyers or future legal practitioners, but also for people that are studying business. It's very useful, and safety and security management. So we welcome a broad range of students. And yes, it's also very interesting the fact that we are trying to, the roles of the mediators and the roles of the judges that will rate their performance will be taken by professors, by people that are connected with this area, with this subject of mediation, or not only ADR in general. So that's also a very interesting thing that this moot court wants to achieve next year. So yes, we welcome everyone to participate, everyone who is interested to take place in this. It's going to be the first edition, so it's a bit of a start for us, but
and do you think students need to have a background in mediation, law, or arbitration in order to participate?
Well, even in real life, as I found out until now, arbitrators or mediators or practitioners in these areas in ADR do not necessarily have to be lawyers or to have a legal background, because either way, arbitrators, mediators in real life, they are chosen by the parties, and the parties would rather like for them to have a background in the subject matter rather than a legal background. Because, okay, for arbitration is discussable because it's a binding decision most of the times. But for mediation, for example, where the decision will ultimately be taken by the parties, I don't think it's necessary. So this is why we welcome everyone that does not even study law, because it will be useful for them in the future.
At some point you will have a dispute. Business management, for example.
Exactly.
Yeah, all right. So what can you tell us about your experience, your career experience so far at the ICC, International Chamber of Commerce?
Well, I completed my internship there, 6 months internship, within the Center for ADR. So my main duty was to actually organize, to be part of the organizing committee of the largest mediation competition, which is organized by ICC. And this was how I got insight into mediation, because for arbitration, I got a bit of a hands-on experience with a Vismut court as a team member. Yes, the internship, this is why I also recommend, like Jusara said, the career opportunities to start your career with alternative dispute resolution if you're truly passionate about it, because it just separates you a bit from litigation and from the angry world and from people that are constantly preparing to fight a legal battle, and it separates you from that, and it just brings you into a more friendly atmosphere where everyone gets a win. And even if they don't, even if they lose, it opens a bit of the chance to continue the business relationship. So this was mainly the lesson that I learned from my internship.
All right. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone for participating today. I think this is going to be the last words of this episode in the podcast. Thank you for your attention, and I hope we're gonna see you with the second episode. So that's it. Bye bye.